You know, we all have one, a place where our unfinished projects and our half-baked ideas go to die. Let's call it the graveyard of errors. Yeah, I know, it sounds a little grim, but stick with me because today we're actually going on a treasure hunt right in the middle of it. This right here, this is a powerful promise. It's basically telling us that everything we've written off as a failure isn't actually dead and buried. Nope, it's just waiting for us to rediscover it. So think of this as our treasure map. It's hinting that the very place we try so hard to avoid is exactly where the real gold is hidden. The only question is, are you brave enough to start digging? So let's do this thing. Together. It's time to stop hiding those projects we've stuffed in the back of the closet. This is all about radical honesty. I mean, really looking at what we started and never finished. But not with judgment, okay? Just with pure, unfiltered curiosity. And look, to make this real, I'll go first. It's only fair, right? So welcome to a little tour of my personal graveyard. I want you to see you're definitely not alone in this. Okay, first up, the unfinished patent. Oh man, this one had so much promise. I was totally convinced this idea was going to change the world. I mean, I spent weeks on research, drawings, the whole shebang. But then I just slammed into this wall of bureaucracy, the endless paperwork, the tiny details, and I just got completely overwhelmed. So I tossed the whole file aside. Tombstone number 1. Next, we have my unsold ebook. This was supposed to be my golden ticket to financial freedom. I poured my soul into it, writing on sleepless nights. But the second I had to actually think about marketing it, this one little question completely paralyzed me. What if no one likes it? And believe it or not, that fear was all it took to just shelve the entire thing.
And finally, my personal favorite exhibit, the non-flying drone. I saw other people making big money with aerial photography, and I thought, hey, I can do that. So I went out, bought the expensive certification, bought the fancy drone, and now it's a very, very expensive decorative item. It just sits on a shelf collecting dust. It showed up with this huge wave of dopamine, but it never even crossed the finish line.
So seeing all these failures laid out like that is one thing, but now let's talk about what it really costs us. It's time to confront the true price of all this quitting, because I promise you, it's a heck of a lot more than just a few dusty gadgets on a shelf. So now I've got to ask you, how much is in your graveyard? Just think about it for a second. What about those online courses you bought but never even opened? Or the subscriptions you're still paying for, telling yourself, oh, I'll get to it one day? Yeah. Let's start doing the math. First, there's the really obvious cost, the money. In my case alone, we're easily talking thousands of dollars in equipment, fees, courses, you name it. It is a staggering amount when you actually sit down and add it all up. But here's the thing that's even more valuable, the thing that's truly, truly irreplaceable. It's the time. We're also talking about thousands of hours we can never, ever get back. And that, my friends, is a resource that is so much more precious than money. And all of this brings us to this idea of multi-loss. See, it's not just a financial hit. It's not just wasted time. It's the combined weight of all of it. The money, the hours, and the psychological toll it takes. It's like a slow, quiet theft of our own self-confidence. And this is the heaviest price of all. Every single time we walk away from something, we send a tiny message to our subconscious, and that message is, you are someone who doesn't finish. You do that enough times, and eventually you start to believe it. So was all that loss for nothing? Are we just supposed to feel bad about it and move on? No, absolutely not. This is where we find the treasure. We are going to reframe this entire thing with what I like to call the tuition fee philosophy. The treasure we've been looking for, it's the lesson itself. Just look at this comparison. On one side, you've got a loss, a painful cost that just keeps you chained to the past. But on the other side, you have a tuition fee, a paid investment for your future. It's the exact same event, but it's a completely different perspective. We're no longer looking at these things as debts, we're looking at them as paid-in full educational expenses. Okay, so let's apply this to my graveyard. That unfinished patent, that was my tuition for learning exactly how the patent system works from the inside out. The unsold ebook, well, I paid that fee to learn how to write with real, honest-to-goodness discipline. And that drone, that taught me a priceless lesson about the shiny object illusion and just how important it is to have a real plan. See? Each failure was a payment for a specific, valuable piece of wisdom. And when you start adding up all those tuition fees, you get the big lesson, the ultimate takeaway. Success isn't about frantically trying to open 100 different doors, chasing every shiny new thing. It's about finding the right door and then having the focus to go deep. And here's what that really means for you. Your past failures are not burdens. I want you to think of them as prepaid assets. Every single one is a bill that has already been paid, clearing the way for your next right step. You've already paid the price of admission for your own future success. Okay, now it's your turn. It's time to stop being a tourist in my graveyard and go find the treasure in your own. So here it is, your mission for this week, should you choose to accept it. Here is your treasure map. Step 1, grab a pen and paper. Seriously. Step 2, make an honest inventory of your own graveyard of errors. Step 3, calculate the cost, the money, and the time. But, and this is so important, you are not doing this to feel bad. You're doing it to get to step 4. Identify the exact lesson you paid for with each one of those failures. And finally, step 5. Once you have the lesson, you can leave the burden of failure behind. You paid the fee. You have the receipt. It's time to lighten your load and move on. So I'll leave you with this final thought. As you go about your week, I want you to ask yourself this one question. Look at the challenges you've faced, the projects you've abandoned, and ask yourself with genuine curiosity, what powerful lessons have I already paid for? The answer? Well, that's your treasure. Go find it.